Namaste, welcome to Crystal Maths. Today we are going to see in class 9 CBSE chapter 2 polynomials. We learned that one polynomials in class H. The terms which is algebraic expression which contain one term is called as monomial, which is having two terms is called as binomial, three terms is called as trinomial. Like that, if it is having more than three terms, the special name is called as polynomials. So far we learned this one in 8th standard. Now we are going to see how to classify the polynomials based on the degree. In basic terms, coefficients, already we learned that one. The real number which is present before the term is called as coefficient. Suppose 2x, if we say 2 is called as the coefficient of x in that. Let us see some terms and as it is coefficient. Minus 5x cube. Here minus 5 is present before x cube. So minus 5 is the coefficient of x cube. The same way 2 is the coefficient of x power 5. The highest power of all the terms in a polynomial is called the degree of the polynomial. In the degree, it might be x power 5 minus 12x power 4 plus 7x minus 3. X to the power is 5, x to the power 4 and third term x power is 1. In this highest power of x is 5 only. So that is only called as the degree of the polynomial. And the polynomial can be classified based on its degree. If the degree of the polynomial is 1, for example 3x minus 4 or minus x plus 7. In these polynomials, the degree is 1. The special name for this polynomial is called as linear polynomial. And quadratic polynomial, which is having the degree 2. Look at the examples given here. X square minus 4, x square plus 7x plus 12 and then x can be product form also. In this which is having the power is 2, that is degree will be 2 means called as quadratic polynomial. And which is having the degree 3, it's called as cubic polynomial. And zeros of a polynomial. The zeros of a polynomial, it's nothing but the values of the x in the particular polynomial. Values in the sense, the linear polynomial will be having the degree 1. So, the linear polynomial has one value in that. That is, the zero of the linear polynomial is 1. And quadratic polynomial we have degree 2. It has two zeros over there. Like that, cubic polynomial it will be having degree 3 and the number of zeros for the cubic polynomial is 3. So, commonly we can say that p of x is a polynomial of degree n means it has n zeros will be there. If p of a equal to 0, that is the given one, p of a equal to 0, and then a is one of the zero of the polynomial. For which value of x the given polynomial makes 0, that is called the zero of the polynomial. The number of zeros of polynomial depends on the degree of the polynomial. So linear, quadratic as well as cubic polynomial will be based on its degree only. How to find the zero of a polynomial? Let us see with some examples. Equate the given polynomial to 0 and find the value of x. That value is the zero of the polynomial. For example, x minus 2 in linear polynomial in the sense x minus 2 equal to 0 if you equate x is equal to 2. So, 2 is the zero of that polynomial. Here, p of x is equal to 5x minus 4. If 5x minus 4 equate to 0, the value of x will be 4 by 5. Let's substitute the p of 4 by 5 in the given polynomial 5x minus 4. We will get the answer as 0. So, which value if you are substituting for x that gives 0, that value is called as the zero of the polynomial. Here 4 by 5 is the zero of p of x. If p of x equal to 2x minus 10, If you are equating 2x minus 10 to 0, you will get the value as 5. Substitute p of 5, that is replace x by 5, we are getting 0. So 5 is the 0 of the polynomial. Value of the polynomial. This value of the polynomial is very simple. In a polynomial, just replace the x with the given number and then simplify and find the answer. You will get the value of the polynomial. P of x is equal to x cube minus 5x square plus 3x minus 7. Value of p of x at x is equal to 3 means we need to substitute instead of x 3. That is p of 3 equal to 3 cube minus 5 into 3 square plus 3 into 3 minus 7. After simplification, we are getting the answer as 60 minus 16. So minus 16 is the value of p of x at x is equal to 3. If you want a value of x is equal to 2 means instead of x we need to substitute 2. How to find the remainder when p of x is divided by x minus a? In the place of x minus a, it can be x minus 5 or x minus 3 or x minus 5 by 2, anything. Whatever given here, we need to equate that one to 0 and get the value of x. After the value of x, we need find the p of a. P of, that is replace x by a and get the answer. That's value. That value is called as the remainder. Let us see one example. Find the remainder when x cube minus x square minus 2x plus 4 is divided by x minus 1. First step, x minus 1 equal to 0. We are getting x is equal to 1. Find the value of p of 1. That p of 1 is 2. So 2 is the remainder of the polynomial. Remember, whatever given to divide, that should be equal to 0 and get the value of x. For that, we have to get the answer, that is find the value of the polynomial. That will be the remainder of the polynomial. How to check the g of x? It can be sometime the division can be given as g of x and p of x. P of x is the given polynomial, g of x is the divisor. Divisor is a factor. How can we find it's a factor or not? Normally, when we are dividing 14 by 7 equal to, the remainder will be equal to 0. So 7 is a factor of 14, we can say. Similarly, here we can say that one g of x equal to x minus a. Get the value of p of a. If the remainder is 0, that is the value of p of a is 0, then we can say that g of x is the factor of p of x. Example, verify x minus 2 is a factor of x square plus 6x minus 16. If x minus 2 equal to 0, we are getting x is equal to 2. So p of 2 equal to, after substituting, we are getting as 0. So the value of p of 2 is 0. So definitely x minus 2 is a factor of the polynomial p of x. This can be said that x minus 2 is a multiple of the given polynomial also. Then factorization of a quadratic polynomial. How we will factorize the quadratic polynomial? By splitting the middle term. What we learned in class 8, the same thing we are going to learn here also. By splitting the middle term of the given polynomial, we can factorize it. For that, first we should remember that one. The coefficient of x square and the constant, that is both we need to multiply and write, that is 35. Write down the possible factors for 35 and which combination of factors, the addition will give the coefficient of x. We need to see that one. In that 5 and 7 will give the answer. 5 into 7 equal to 35. 5 plus 7 is 12. That is the coefficient of x. So that way we can split the middle term. So x square plus 12x plus 35 equal to x square plus the 12x only we have to split it. 5x and 7x. Then take the common term for first two terms as well last two terms. Then the same way we have to do that one. That is, in second step we have the common factor is x plus 5. If we take x plus 5 outside, we are getting x plus 7 as an answer. So factorization of x square plus 12x plus 35 is x plus 5 into x plus 7. If we want the 0 of this quadratic polynomial, we need to equate x plus 5 into x plus 7 equal to 0. So the value of x will be minus 5 or minus 7. So minus 5 and minus 7 are the zeros of this quadratic polynomial. Factorization of cubic polynomial. Factorization of cubic polynomial, we can't use that one by splitting the middle term. We need to use some other different method. That is nothing but trial and error method. In trial and error method, as we learned that one is x minus a, that is p of a equal to 0, we can tell x minus a is a factor. We are going to use that concept over here. We can substitute any value, that is 1, 2, minus 1, minus 2, like that we have to substitute. For which value the given polynomial is equal to 0, we have to find using trial and error method. Then we can identify the first factor of the polynomial. Then remaining thing we have to find using the long division method. Here p of x equal to x cube minus 23x square plus 142x minus 120. First I tried with 1. In this itself I got 0. So x minus 1 is the factor of p of x. So if I get x minus 1 is a factor, then I have to use the long division method for finding the remaining factors. Let us see how to do the long division method for finding that one. Here one sum is there, that is 2x cube plus 7x square plus 2x plus 9 by 2x plus 3. In this, first term of the dividend by first term of the divisor, we need to see that one. That is 2x cube by 2x. The answer is x square. That we have to write it in quotient place. Then next we need to multiply. Multiply in the sense which we need to multiply. After dividing, what we are getting the answer. That answer with the divisor we need to multiply. That answer should be written in the product place. Then we have to subtract it. After subtraction, drop the next term like in normal division. Then the new one, that is 4x square plus 2x is your new dividend. In that first term of the dividend by first term of the divisor we have to do. That is 4x square by 2x. The answer is 2x. The 2x once we have to write it in quotient place. Then multiply that quotient, that is 2x, new one what we got, 2x into divisor, that is 2x plus 3 we have to multiply. If we multiply, we are getting 4x square plus 6x, that we have to write over here and then subtract it. After that we are getting minus 4x plus 9, that is drop the next number 9 down. Then the new dividend is minus 4x plus 9. In this, divide the first term of the dividend by first term of the divisor. We are getting minus 2. That once again we have to write it in quotient place. Multiply the divisor 2x plus 3 into minus 2. Write the answer over here, then subtract. We are getting answer as 15. So x square plus 2x minus 2 is the quotient and 15 is the remainder. If the remainder is 0, we can tell the divisor is the factor of the given polynomial. Otherwise, we can't say that the given divisor is the factor of the polynomial. Like this, we can find the factorization easily. Thank you.